Hi everyone and welcome to your Create Cocktail Masterclass. My name's Jessie.
And I'm Simon.
Today we are going to be making a Christmas Espresso Martini.
Today we're going to be making this lovely little twist. It's going to be a little bit of a twist on an espresso martini. Something that's going to be hopefully very popular during this sort of festive, colder months.
Absolutely, yeah.
We are going to be needing a few bits of equipment and a few bits of ingredients. So, Jessie, do you want to take us through what we're going to need first?
Yeah, of course. So everything that you've got included in your box is some Absolute original vodka. You also have some coffee liqueur. Today we're going to be using a Mexican coffee liqueur called Kahlua. We also have triple sec. Now, if you haven't used that before, it's essentially an orange liqueur. You have also got a Terry's chocolate orange, some instant coffee espresso mix. Now you're going to need to add 50 mils of boiling water to each one of these sachets. That makes one espresso martini. And don't forget to let it cool before we create the cocktail.
Great, yeah. We're also going to be needing some cocktail equipment. So I'll walk you through what I have now. So I have a Boston tin here that we're going to be shaking this cocktail. I also have what we call a Hawthorne strainer and a fine strainer as well. And then probably most importantly, we're going to need something to measure the ingredients with. So I've got a jigger. I've also got a little bit of a grater as well, which will come into play a little bit later.
What can we use if we don't have a shaker at home?
That's a really good question. If you don't have a shaker, not to worry. Maybe look around the house, find like an old mason jar, maybe a protein shaker, like one of those bottles would work really nicely as well. Just find something that you can seal and you'll be able to get the ingredients in and out quite easily. But as long as it's sealed and airtight, we should be fine.
Nice.
I did forget to mention as well, my favourite saying, Jessie, it's ice is nice. So make sure you guys are ready and you've got loads of cubed ice to hand. So I've got mine just set out here as well. So if you haven't already, go grab your ice.
Fantastic. Should we get creating?
Let's do it. So, Jessie, I like to actually pour all my ingredients into the smaller section of my tin. I'm going to start with our Absolute vodka.
Lovely.
Amazing. So we're going to start with 25 millilitres. So that would be a single shot glass, or for me, this is this side of my jigger.
Have you got like a favourite fact about Absolute, Simon?
I've got so many, Jessie. I've got so many. Absolute vodka, if you go to the distillery, it actually takes us less energy to produce a double shot of Absolute vodka than it does for you viewers to create 1 cup of tea at home. And that's because our distillery is 100% carbon neutral.
So basically, to save the planet, we should all be drinking Absolute then, is that right?
Responsibly,
Of
but
course.
yes, of course. Let's get moving. So we've got a orange liqueur. I'm going to use this next. So this is our triple sec. And we're going to be using 12.5 millilitres. If you're using a jigger, it actually shows me where 12.5 millilitres is on this one. And then we have that lovely Mexican coffee liqueur you mentioned, Kahlua.
Lovely.
I love Kahlua, Jessie. It has this incredible like chocolate note that comes through in the espresso martini, so it's a great go-to coffee liqueur. Next, we're going to need our coffee. So as you mentioned, 50 millilitres of boiling water, 1 sachet, mix it together and just let it cool. And I've already done that, so here's some I've prepared earlier. And we're going to be using 50 millilitres.
Okay. So Simon, you know if you get an espresso martini out in a bar and it has that creme on top, how do you get that?
We need to be using good quality coffee. That's a good place to start. But most importantly, it comes from the shake. You've got to give it a good hard shake. If you want that crema, you can't be doing this. You've really got to go for it, you know?
Okay.
So let's get to the shaking. We're going to need some ice. So I'm going to chill my glass now. And then I'm going to get some cubed ice and top this up about 2/3. Okay. So for those viewers, hopefully you can see that about 2/3 of the way there. See that, Jessie?
Looks good.
Nice. And then what I like to do is I actually like to pour this in over the ice at an angle. Pop the tin in, give it one good whack. And we know it's sealed from the top when you can lift it.
Hair-raising moment there.
Please be sure before you do that. We don't want to lose any of this espresso martini. And then we're going to give it a really good shake, like we mentioned. So let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's shake. Amazing. So you know it's shaken. It's too hot. It's too cold to hold. It's a good sign. And you see this just where it starts to smile here.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit that with the strongest part of my hand, which is just below the thumb. As you can hear it there, just click. Nice and easy. Get rid of our ice. That's nice and chilled. And probably the most important part, for me, any shaken cocktail, give it a fine strain. We've got little shards of ice in there. We don't want to get it into our martini glass.
looks seriously good.
We need to make this look pretty.
Obviously.
The classic garnish would be 3 coffee beans. You've probably seen this before. This comes from a tradition in Italy where you would light the sambuca on fire and put a coffee bean on the top.
Right.
It does have a little meaning. It does mean for health, wealth and happiness. By all means, you've got some coffee beans, that'd be a great garnish. Now I want to take this Christmas espresso martini up a notch. So we're going to shave some Terry's chocolate orange just over the top, nice and gently.
Oh, nice.
And that's going to come through on the nose. It'll be incredible as we take a sip of this espresso martini. Lovely. And here is your festive twist on this Christmas espresso martini. I hope everybody enjoys it. Cheers, Jessie.
Cheers,
Thank
Simon.
you so much.
Thank you very much.
That's delicious,
Oh, wow.
right?
Yep.
And get that chocolate orange on the nose as well coming through.
That is Terry's chocolate orange in a glass. Beautiful.
Lovely.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for this Create Cocktail Masterclass. Please don't forget to share pictures of you enjoying the serves that you've created on Instagram. And if you tag and follow Create Cocktails and Absolute UK, you'll be in the chance to win a Christmas drinks hamper, which is absolutely amazing.
Looks incredible.
So thanks very much, everyone, and happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Cheers.
Cheers, Simon.
Cheers.